There is usually a gap between making a decision and seeing the consequences. A good concept to keep in mind is what we call the effect horizon, and it's a way to visualize the outcome of the decision you make per time. The effect horizon is a curve of consequences per time, where the vertical side is consequences broken down into upside and downside, while the horizontal side is time frame, which is broken down into short term, medium term, and long term. Now, you want to make a decision that always have a huge downside within the short term and a huge upside within the long term, because the opposite might never work for you, or the opposite is a choice that is typically not good for you. I'll give you an example. In a business, you decide to invest in engineering, better design, better R&D. Within that period of this investment, things are just going to be tight. You might not have a lot of cash flow, but when this investment yield, you're just going to have better upside later in future, and you're going to be able to compete within the industry on the long term. But if you do the opposite methods to still happen to you. Then also, like in your personal life, say within a period of time you're trying to save money to buy a house or buy a car. The period of trying to save this money, say within these 6 months and 1 year, life is just going to be hard for you. You're just going to shrink a little bit. You have to reduce your spending, you have to reduce excess giveaways and different things. When you have to save the money, then when you totally achieve your aim of buying the house or buying the car, then it becomes easy. You have a very huge upside. So those are those things that happen mostly. So a lot of decisions you make, think about the short term, the medium term, and the long term. What are the consequences you see per time? That help you to avoid bias, and that help you to understand the trade-offs in making your decision.